So, which one of you guys wants to tell me what happened last time?
Nicky Snake.
Snake's on a plane, but it wasn't on a plane, it was in a forest.
Mm,
And Samuel L. Jackson tragically wasn't there.
yeah, he's out there, but he's not here.
Damn. So he wasn't Brother Ivan.
No. Okay, so previously, you guys enacted your snake plan, or our stand, if you will. You guys fought against the Church of Aeon. Did not go swimmingly, but you did succeed. With some close calls. Lareth got very close to changing back, but you did it. You got out. You succeeded, and I'm very proud of all of you.
Woo!
And we all leveled up.
Woo!
And Muse had a moment.
Trademark.
That's a nice way of putting it.
After speaking with Thistle and gaining one of their memory removing arrows. And later on, had himself a memory restored to him of two young tieflings, Hilarious and Tyranny. Who they are, we're not sure. Keith, on the other hand, well, when we arrived at the Black Knights Guild, we had a lot of fun meeting some of the others. But one of the people we met was Sir Cleander, the person who Clover was going to deliver their mail to. And Keith recognized them. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Age has kind of weathered down Cleander's face, and Keith's memory isn't what it used to be. Or if it ever was good at all. Now, your time has passed. You've all been able to calm yourselves a little bit. You are sat together in the main hall of the Black Knights Guild. In the time between where we last left off and where we are now, our cleric, Callie, received a message from a crow that was beckoning them away from Brevmore. And they left. And so our group of 6 became a group of 5. And so you're all here, sitting, stewing in what has happened around you. Kind of trying to collect yourself, trying to breathe. Cleander has given you this time. He's asked you to please sit, rest, stay as long as you'd like. It's very safe here. The laws of Revmore don't really apply here. They kind of work outside of their laws, their taxes. He's provided you with these little plates of cheese, bread, some fruits, most of which you recognize, like grapes, apples, that kind of thing. But he has put you under the watch of Melina, who you met in the woods. She's sitting at the table with you. And another woman who you only know is named Ava, who is an Asimar woman who is sitting at the other table with Beans the dog. Ava doesn't really talk to you guys that much. She's very quiet. She seems to just be here to watch you. She doesn't want anything to really do with you, which is fine. She keeps to herself, you guys keep to yourselves. Somi is also sitting with you. He has been quietly stacking grapes on top of each other in a little tower as best he can. He's not really succeeding, but he is very determined to try. He's
Fuck
And
him.
taken
use
to...
Can I use Mage Hand to help balance the grapes?
Aw,
Yes, you can, and he is very grateful to you.
very grateful.
Be grateful.
He
I hate it
he
here.
seems it seems he is it seems like a more of a nervous kind of thing that he's doing, just like trying to do something with his hands, because currently over at this table Regis and Dash seem to be having that conversation they were going to have later. They've been speaking very quietly to each other.
Can we
And-
Right in
roll
front of my
sticky
salad,
beak
man.
checks?
Can you roll what?
Can we roll sticky beak perception checks to try and eavesdrop?
Yes, you can. First roll of the night will be eavesdropping. Go for
I
it.
will absolutely engage in that.
Just in at 20. Oh, damn it! Wait, no, it's perception.
You-
I have proficiency in that.
Yo, nice.
I'm just gonna say, Larka, Muse isn't paying attention to that. He
Of
doesn't
course,
care.
of course, of course.
Yeah.
No, what the fuck?
Really?
Lucky
You
crit
too?
rolls.
The one person who like goes to school with them.
I wanted to see!
She's busy with the grapes, damn it.
Great.
It's important. It takes up a lot of attention.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
they'll tell her when they're
Fucked you
ready.
over.
Okay. So, Alarith, you're also just kind of nervous and like upset, reasonably so. So, doing this little thing with Somi has kind of like get you to center yourself, so you're really focused on that. But for Sindri and for Clover, your little ears pick up bits and pieces of their conversation. The two of them seem to be speaking very candidly with each other. Stuff about Dash's mother, Hydra Enron.
Alright.
Yeah. And from what you hear, it's where you hear Regis say, you could have told me. I would have been happy to come over and just be here. I get why you didn't. I do, but I don't know. Is it rude to say that I kind of deserved to know? And Dash responds, I don't know. Just didn't feel like the right time, and you were really busy, and I didn't want to bother you or anything, after it kind of happened. But
Or immediately feels bad for listening.
But, well, it is kind of nice to just talk to you again. That we are talking again. Well, I'm only here for Alarith, okay? Not for you. No, I get that. I get it. So, what happens to us now? Nothing. I'm with Somi, and you're gonna be married off to someone. Okay, can we not? I don't wanna. Come on, it's gonna happen. Well, maybe it doesn't have to happen. You know that's not how it works. Yeah, I know that's not how it works, but can we not tell Alarith about it? It's no one's business but mine. Yeah. I'm sorry I kind of snapped at you. Nah, I'm an asshole. I get it. You are an asshole. Oh. Okay.
At least he's honest about it.
And that's all you kind of pick up.
Okay.
Clover feels bad, looks down at the food, and starts eating.
Sindri doesn't feel bad at all.
Sindri's just got the tea, like,
Interesting.
Oh yeah, speaking of tea, you have been provided with like assortments of teas. Most of them seem like very commonplace tea, but some of them are more pricey. Mostly, it seems that they've been taken from the tea farms up in near the territory of House Chatmire. And yeah, so
what
you
you're
have a
telling
nice.
me is Sindri can do the Kermit tea meme right now.
Yes, and you can do the Kermit tea meme.
But that's none of my business.
Sindri tries one of every single type of tea.
Well, you get a
Huh?
lot of different flavors. Some are more
Wait, all
like
in the same
fruity. I hope not.
cup?
Some are more fruity, some are more I guess earthy-ish. They all smell really good though, Sindri, and you like some, you don't like some. It's kind of how trying tea is.
Yeah. As an
That's
avid
on-
tea enjoyer, that is so true.
So as you guys have been sitting here, you guys kind of quickly realize this is like a main gathering place for people of the guild, because as you've been sitting, you've seen people kind of walk through this door and go out this door a lot. Sometimes people will notice you in here and they'll be like, oh, and they'll turn around and walk away.
Me.
So people are kind of giving you your own space, but
Ew, people.
you've seen some small faces poking in at you to like stare at you for a bit until you notice and they scuttle away. It looks like the people who are awake at this time are mostly the gnomes, tabaxi, some dwarves who are very grumpy to have been woken up. It's
Yeah,
still
but pretty
rather
early, right?
it's still rather early. I'm gonna say it's like around 7:30 in the morning.
No, yeah, I can't
The
blame
sun
them
is
then.
Fuck,
Yeah, the
I'd
sun
still
is-
be in bed. Ew.
yeah, the sun is up, but like, people don't really want to be up at this time.
Yeah.
It looks like there's maybe a shift change going on.
Ew.
Your shift
Ran-
work. Gotta
rancid.
go.
Mm. Selmy keeps stacking grapes.
Hilarious.
And
Okay,
Melina-
trying to help because it's funny. And as you said, Laura, it's just something to keep your mind off things because it's like, fuck, these are annoying.
Yeah.
You need to have the control over something. Might as well be grapes.
Exactly.
Melina, on the other hand, is currently going through her bag, and it seems like she's like organizing different tools. She seems to be like a doctor of some sort, so she's organizing a bunch of medical equipment and like kind of cleaning out her bag. She seems to have a lot of notes of paper that are just like kind of crumbled in there. You see like a wooden spoon for some reason. It looks like she's got like a stuffed frog, and not like a cute plushie,
Oh.
but like a stuffed frog.
Like a taxidermy frog?
Oh.
And she's sad she couldn't do the necromancy.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it has like a little collar around it, like a little handmade leather collar around it with a little tag on it.
That's so gross.
What does the tag say?
Roll
Um,
investigation.
Sorry, I forgot what was in my notes. Hold on. The tag says Frogert. Like Robert, but frog.
Fine, I still like her.
Frogert.
But it's still loud.
But yeah, she's just kind of going through her shit in front of you and like organizing her purse. She doesn't really say much of anything, but she has been like Well, you can't really tell, but she has been like moving her head up, at least like in an attempt to look at you guys, and then looking back down and going through her stuff.
Damn.
You are all left to your own devices.
So Sindri's watching Muse fairly carefully. What's Muse doing?
He's, because I'm assuming everyone has a drink of some sort that was handed out.
Yeah.
So kind of just staring down into it, kind of moving his hand a little bit just to like make it like swirl, basically, like just enough to get the liquid moving, and then he stops and watches it and just repeating that.
Okay, so after watching that for a little bit, Sindri's gonna like reach over and poke his arm and then just be like, "You okay?"
Kind of gives a little jump, but nods and then looks back down at the tea.
You wanna talk about it?
Not really.
Well, that's not gonna help.
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps his head down. If anything, he kind of tucks his head down a little bit more, like almost
Drew's my
like
therapist.
like almost like a kind of an embarrassment, like ducking of the head.
Okay. And then they turn to Keith and Clover. Are you guys okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Didn't even get a grace back there. Are you okay, bud? And she looks up at Keith and pokes his side. Poke,
He
poke.
kinda tilts his head to the side and smiles at us and says, "Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine."
You did really well back there for being Snake. It'd be cool to see you not Snake. And then they'll turn to Aerith and then be like, "Are you okay?"
Well, I'm better now. I have arms again. That's nice.
Yeah, it was weird not having arms.
Are you okay? Sindri, right?
I'm okay.
Well, that's good.
I'm asking a lot. Okay, I did have a reason for asking. Not gonna lie. Because Alarith, I heard what you were saying back when we stopped being snakes, and I don't want you to think that you messed up or anything, or that it was your fault or anything, because it could have been any of us. I went to play with the horses, but if I'd gone into the center, it could have been me. And no one saw you, so nothing even went wrong. So there's no reason to feel bad.
Alarith will just blink a couple of times at that and just go, even still, you probably should have gone straight in. You guys did try to be a bit more scary. I just attacked.
That's scary too. And they weren't gonna run away anyway. We would have fought them eventually. I mean, somebody had to tail kick that mean lady.
It was a great distraction. It took all the attention away from us.
That's true.
I guess now the question is, what do we do with the pixie dust?
Yeah. I don't know anybody in town, so I don't even know where to go to do that.
Alarith will turn to, is it Melina? And say to her, you said either Vone or Revmir's church, correct?
She kind of looks up from her bag. Oh yeah, we know the priestess in Voon's church, and we know the priestess in Revmir's church. Both of them are very nice. I could be happy to introduce you. Alarith, though, you are a regular at Revmir's church, so you know the priestess who's there.
Yeah.
A woman named Mother Rainey. Now, type that out. Mother Rainey.
Alarith will
Who?
say. Oh, you go.
Oh, who, Alarith, you have met. You've heard her give little sermons and like little motivational speeches, and you know that, well, is the only Furborg in Revmore.
Mm. Well, I'm go to the Revmere church a fair bit, so I'm familiar. Alarith will turn to the rest of them. You guys have a preference?
Nope.
Either way, I'm pretty happy to take you there, or at least assist you with distributing. It always helps to have someone who kind of knows what they're doing. And I don't think you don't know what you're doing. That was kind of rude of me to say. But
Well,
if
I
you...
mean, we don't. Alarith
Oh.
will just shrug.
Well, I'm happy to assist. This is my kind of area of expertise.
This party is no thoughts, heads empty.
As long as what we do is gonna help the most amount of people, I don't really mind what we do. People are so confusing. They say things they don't mean and mean things they don't say, and everybody wants something different from everybody else, and I just want to help people. So as long as we can do that, that's okay with me.
That's so true. Tell us, Sindri.
Clover says out loud.
Please,
Read it.
that's out loud.
Read it, my birds. I don't know what the gender neutral term for king is.
Monarch.
My liege.
My liege.
Pop off, my liege.
I need to.
Exactly.
Larka, realistically, of those two churches, who's going to be better equipped to distribute them? Would Alarith have an idea of that, or?
Well, Alarith, can you roll wisdom or wisdom or intelligence? Right? That's your
Just a
higher
straight
stat.
intelligence? No, they're both the same, it
intelligence.
doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Intelligence, please.
Why needs no work? There we go. Ouch.
Oh my god, why?
It keeps
Oh
showing
my
up on the other
God.
side. I hate it here.
So
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, Alarith, this kind of feels a little overwhelming to you, so it's like you don't have the first idea, like, what to do. And you've only been in this city for just a year and a half. You feel like you have no authority to really speak on that kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately.
I have no idea who to give it to.
What's the exact
suggestions
opposite
from you
of the
two?
Aeon people?
She'll look at Melena and Somi.
Somi kind of looks over from where he's stacking his grapes, and he goes, well, you know, this town is named after Revmere. Maybe we should take attention away from Aeon and put it on Revmere. You know?
Would
It
Clover
just
have
makes the
any
most
idea?
sense. Clover. You can roll intelligence.
Sure, why not? Intelligence.
Can't believe I'm gonna be beaten by someone who's been here for a day.
Hey, I'm very experienced and traveled or whatever, and I do have +5.
Please.
Damn.
Wait, you have a +5 intelligence? Bruh.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that was one of the perks of the mailman background.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, okay.
Wow, Newt says, writing down mailman background.
For future reference.
All right. Clover, so you've been all over. Well, mostly in Farah, but some in Fion. But when you were in your nation of Farah, you know that the Revmir churches, or the temples, they would always be really good about disaster relief. Like, their whole mantra is to be able to weather the storm before and after. So, realistically, you think maybe Revmir would be the best bet just for their supplies and their methods of disaster aid and disaster relief.
Clover nods while Somi is speaking and her whiskers twitch. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And Somi kind of looks over at you. Alarith, yes? That was your name?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm good with faces, terrible with names. But you said that you were more familiar with Revmir's church, so maybe that's probably better for you. You know, since you kind of have a foot in the door already, as they say.
Well, Aerith will nod. Okay, as long as everyone else is happy with it, we'll go there.
Works for me.
Everyone else? Question mark?
Sindri kind of nudges Muse.
Kicks him under the table.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. He's still just looking down into his tea.
I don't think he was
He's
paying
cold,
attention, but
cold
he's
tea.
on board.
Can't believe that the tea is more important than us.
Keith says out loud.
No.
Laka, how close is the Revmir Temple to Black Knight's Guild?
Oh, well, okay, I'm gonna take you to the big map.
Oh.
Because
Ooh.
I need to personally look at that. So up here. So boop boop boop. Okay. You guys are currently here.
Oh.
And
Wait, where? I missed that.
you are
Uses
here.
okay, little
Oh.
sash thingy.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the Revmir temple is right here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Not a we have to get back to the gate and get in, but it's not far from the gate
Yeah.
compared to where we could have had to go.
So yeah, it
Go for
has
a
to be
swim.
near salt water because God of the sea.
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay. So Alarith will say, at least it's not too far from the gate. It's on this side of town.
Back here.
That's good. It'll be close so we can get everything done faster. And get some potions going.
And maybe get home before we get jumped in an alleyway.
Let's hope.
Did she say that out loud?
No.
Yeah, that conversation though.
what we're all thinking internally.
I mean, not me.
Oh yeah, you don't have any trauma, whatever.
Nice life for some, eh?
Trauma? What is trauma?
Yeah, Clover's just munching on her breakfast.
Can
here.
I eat it? Now, Laka, I know it's not super relevant, but what are beans? What's beans doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
I need to know.
So Beans is these tables have benches, yeah, think you're in school. They have little benches. Beans is currently, her back paws are on the bench and her front paws are on the table. She is sitting like she's people.
Oh, she's a people.
He is.
Her head is on the table and Ava is petting her.
Good,
But
as
no
long as
one's
she's
giving her
being pet
treats.
and getting the attention she deserves.
She occasionally eats a piece of cheese.
Oh,
Fuck
Fantastic.
yeah.
angel.
Living the best life.
Sometimes the cheese kind of gets stuck on her nose, and she gets very upset about that. But
The
you just
struggles, the
occasionally
trauma.
hear you just occasionally hear dog like trying to just dog chomping noises because they don't have cheeks.
Lovely breakfast.
Yes, a lovely breakfast for Beans and for Clover.
And for Clover. But Clover
Yeah.
has cheeks and is very polite.
Yes.
I take the potato chip and I eat it.
So are Regis and Dash still angsting in the corner there, or are they okay?
They seem to be like they seem to still be like chatting quietly to each other, and occasionally Somi will look over at them, and Dash kind of looks at Somi, and they seem to share something before Somi goes back to his stack.
Go
I'm,
me,
I,
go
I'm,
get
I'm just going to
him.
say Alarith is still helping with the stack.
Yee.
They're
Very
distracting each
important
other.
to me now. How high have we gotten it?
You've gotten about 6 inches off,
Wow.
off the ground.
That's
It's a
kind of
very
impressive.
delicate balance.
Now, if we can get an Alarith high stack, we win.
Shouldn't be too much further then.
Yeah.
Well, Clover pauses in her eating. She goes like, "Do you guys do that often? Fight, religious people in the forest? I just keep thinking about it."
Oh god, no. Ugh.
Never done that before.
I mean,
Keith is like, do I?
in the past couple of days, we've had to fight a few things since I met these guys.
Really?
But generally, I didn't fight before now.
Yeah, how are you doing with all that?
Oh, right. You seem like a student of some sort, yeah?
I study at the magic school with Regis and Dash. Although,
I wouldn't have pegged you for a fighter, but you really held your own back then.
well, thank you. You did a good job getting in unnoticed.
I don't fight much myself, but at least we travel a lot, so you gotta know the basics.
Living in a cave, you kind of have to know the basics too if something comes at you.
I keep forgetting she lives in a cave.
Delicious cave.
How are you doing with suddenly having to fight a whole bunch? Are you okay with all that?
Is that directed at Alarith?
Yes.
Well, I mean, fighting is fighting. You sometimes have to do it. As long as you're doing it as one group, that's okay.
Yeah.
Somi kind of pauses in his little tower. Kind of your first fight, it never really goes away, and it never really leaves your mind. Though I think if it helps, you have to know that you did what you had to do. If that helps at all, I don't really have any context. I kind of, I'm eavesdropping. I'm sorry. And he goes back to stacking.
I love him.
Well,
I mean, it's true, but why are you guys fighting so often then?
Well, the first time it was the abyss, then it was rust bugs, then it was the earth just kind of stops.
Sinju's just watching, like, go on.
Then it was the alleyway, and it was the Ionists.
Well, I was in an alleyway. Did you get mugged?
They tried. And you can kind of see Alara starting to get. Actually, roll an insight on if you want to have a read of where she's at.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
I
Wait,
do, but like I also feel like Sindri just wouldn't, because Sindri is not good with emotions.
Insight. Okay.
Well, if Sindri is concerned about Alarith, then
Yeah.
that counts.
What a time to have Muse not paying attention to what's going on.
When is Muse ever
Imagine-
paying attention?
Imagine music
it's-
drains you something.
I didn't catch anything.
Yeah.
You can see that she's a bit agitated, but you just assume it's from the fact that they nearly got mugged.
Yeah, that sucks. And she's a tiny little
What
lizard.
the fuck?
Indri,
Oh!
you can see, and Keith, you can see from that her agitation is actually directed at the Harkokra and the tiefling to her right.
She's like, what did you do?
Keith, who's defended Alarith twice now, just pulls out a knife.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What'd you
thinking. What'd you do, Keith?
Wait, was there something about that one? I didn't really like that fight either, but
Yes, I missed the start of that.
wait, was there something that was there something about that one? I didn't really like that one either, but
I mean, I guess it's scary. Bugs and that sort of thing, you can fight without really thinking about it, but when it's other people,
People
there's an incision to it.
Somi kind of speaks up again. People are worse than monsters. I don't know. I think it's a different kind of feeling to fight another person than to fight a monster. A monster, you can just, kind of explain away, like, oh, they're scary and they're trying to hurt you. But with people, I don't know if it's on a whole different level. And I'm sorry, I'm really trying to just stay in my lane, but you're really
You are right next.
right.
You are right next to us.
Yeah.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. I
it's
am very
okay.
sorry.
And it's true. A monster you can't speak with. But, another
You can with
creature.
spells, but
Well, it
that's
depends on the
beside the point.
monster.
Yeah, well, I can't speak to a monster, I guess. But you get what I mean, right? You can negotiate with a monster the same way you should be able to with a person, so. I mean, I guess we
Colorful.
did just fight a bunch of people too, huh?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, monsters can be kind of simple to get around, but people, I don't know, they're smarter. They're more able to be mean and rude and cruel. It makes the whole thing a little bit scarier.
yeah, those guys were a lot more confusing. Because it seemed like they needed help and then they didn't need help. But I was trying to help and then they
Because they were trying to jump us, Sindri.
they were.
And then we had to fight. And then, when we had an out, Laris kind of just stops herself there again.
Yeah, well, having such a gentle heart really is a double-edged sword. Really sucks, huh?
Yeah.
Keith looks at Clover when she said that. Semi hinting at, are you really that much better? He doesn't
Clover
say it.
Clover
But...
looks back, but it's just like a shut up.
Muse, Sindri.
Muse keeps his head down, but I guess he doesn't have pupils, but his eyes are
Muse.
looking at you.
Muse, please look at me.
Oh god.
Yeah, Muse, please be a part of the conversation.
He tips his head up before leaning back into his chair and kind of slouching, but arms crossed over his chest and looking. I'm sure this is doing great for relations right now.
When,
High charisma ass.
do you remember
fact
what I
that-
said when we were about to fight the Ionists? We have to do it, whatever we decide, as one team. When we were in the alleyway, that didn't happen.
No, you're right. We split up.
We were running and you didn't.
I
You
didn't
kept
because Muse
hiding.
didn't.
I'm just going to put this out there now. If I'm going to keep traveling with you, we need to do things together. I call it a kobold thing that whatever we do, we have to do it as one. So if things like this are going to keep happening, you either need to tell me so I can change, or listen to me and go if we have to.
Sindri will, like, full body in their whatever, however we're sitting, like, turn and directly look at Alarith and say, I really like you, and I don't want to lose you. So I swear to you, I will listen to you. And anything you want to do, we will do together. And I'm sorry that I didn't do that before.
Sindri, I love you.
Alarith will nod at that and then turn to Muse in expectation.
Sindri will also turn to Muse, like, bruh.
Come on, Twink, cooperate.
I was just defending myself. If I didn't kill them, they would have killed me, so... Not apologizing, but I'll work better as a team in the future.
Clover's eyes kind of go wide when he says kill, but she keeps quiet.
Keith kind of
It-
smirks into his tea.
Alarith
And
actually,
quietly
her eyes
said-
widen at that.
Oh my god.
Kill?
Unlike
Marina
you,
stops
I don't...
rummaging through
I-
her bag and looks up.
Unlike
Muse,
probably
did
most
you,
of you
Muse,
here...
did you kill one of them?
Listen, where I'm from, you don't get a choice. It's either kill or be killed.
She's panicking now, like, I understand that, but you didn't tell us. There's bodies just in the street. Like, what did the guards find them? They... Oh my gosh. And she's like now got her head in her hands and just shaking on the table.
Somebody stops his grape tower and just immediately like turns to you, Alarith, and just kind of puts a hand gently on your back, and he looks up at you, Muse. And Muse, you seem to recall that this is the one that spoke that odd word that you understood. And he goes, you have to abide by your laws when you're here. You abide by our laws because you're in our space, not wherever you're from. And he says that very pointedly. You can cry about it and have a tantrum about it later. But you have to understand that here things are different. So you have to adapt, or you get sunk back into wherever you came from.
Yes, it's not just a matter of kill or be killed. Alarith will just take a deep breath. It's gonna be obvious that they were killed with magic. And where do you think they're going to look first?
Then we need to come clean first.
If we had come clean earlier, maybe some of this could have been avoided, but I don't know what's going to happen when we get back.
Well, we could send you with the pixie dust. And I'm sorry to say, Alarith, but Muse and I will step forward.
I'm not doing that.
Muse, we need to do things together.
He's just kind of like
what do you want to
shaking
do,
his head
Muse?
no.
Why not? Why don't you want to? Don't you want to stick with us?
Well, yeah. But it's just... If they haven't found us yet, then they're not going to, so there's no point.
But they might find someone else.
They could track down Lyle and Garrick. They're still in the city.
It might come out eventually, Muse, and it would be better if it came out from us. We can stop a lot more problems from happening, and we can maybe stop other people from getting in trouble for what we did. Muse, please. And Sindri's like giving you the puppy dog eyes.
Bird.
Not the goddamn puppy dog eyes.
Muse may not be maybe convinced, but Vaughn's conflicted.
Sindri's just staring him down.
Alarith is also staring at him.
Listen, I'm thinking. I'm stupid. I have to think for a minute. Hold
That's
on.
fine, we'll let you
Muse says
think
out
head
loud.
empty.
He's trying his brain.
I'm sure Muse knows exactly what he wants to say, but I don't.
I mean, I wouldn't put
Suddenly-
it past music.
Suddenly
just be having, like,
the
a
voice
panic
pops
attack
in
right
and
now.
it's like, LMAO, get fucked, nerds.
Damn.
His patron just kind
actually-
of peace out.
Actually, since you've entered into this keep, you haven't heard the voice at all.
Oh.
I can't even blame the boy.
Well, sucks to suck, bitch boy.
It's
You're
like,
alone.
it's
on
like,
you.
It's like
It's just
your
Muse
Wi-Fi.
being a little bitch.
No, it's like your Wi-Fi to him cut out.
It's reconnecting.
What was it like that outside too, or just when we entered?
It was like that outside too.
Fuck. I mean,
Outside, you
good,
were
but
too busy
fuck.
having a memory.
Well, sucks to suck.
It's on you,
Very
gay
pop
boy.
jam. No, is it?
And the only other time that
Very
that kind of happens was when you were in the, well, one, when you were in the Temple of Etris, the E-House, and two, when you were in the Aeon Temple.
Mm. You gotta move to a temple, boy.
No more
I
headaches.
just live here now. Just set up
Just
a,
I
I
just
just
set up
stay
a
here
tent.
forever.
Yeah,
Campaign's
just,
over.
just set up a tent in the middle of the room. This is my house now.
My city now.
Under the table.
He doesn't leave the church for months, and the moment he steps outside the Wi-Fi, comes back, and his patron is like, "Where have you been?
I couldn't contact you.
We've been trying to contact you about your quarantine."
Anyway, continue on. Angst thoughts.
Angst.
Well, while Muse is figuring that out, Keith, how are you feeling?
Your murder is in front of you.
Well, that's not very PogChamp, is it?
Please say that out loud. Please.
Okay. To give full context, Kiva's smirking into his tea, gives Somi a short glance, and is just like, well, that's not very PogChamp to have a murderer here.
Somi
He was just laughing
looks-
to himself.
Somi
Don't
looks
joke.
petrified. Just like so flustered.
So many things happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not not very nope, not at all. And from that's your left. Your left,
Oh no.
Ava looks up and she goes, and for the first time she speaks to you and she goes, "What did she say?"
It's Elvish, it's nice.
That is not Elvish. Who told you that was Elvish?
Wait, it's not Elvish?
Muse will very plainly
Just
say, no,
lost
it's
his-
not Elvish. And
Keith laughs
now,
with
his
Somi.
attention's now on Somi.
How do
Somi
you
looks
know
like he
that?
wants to sink through the floor.
Oh, Tommy!
My life is a lie!
No, Tommy, it's okay. It's Elvish now, language changing.
It's a different
Fine.
dialect.
It's an Elvish loan word.
You wouldn't know
Fine.
this slang, it's fine. You're an Asimar.
It's Northern
She-
Elvish.
She looks at Somi very pointedly and goes, "Do we need to correct that again?" "No. Mm-mm. I'm good. It was a slip up. I'm fine. I'm really I'm fine. I'm just I mean it happens sometimes, but I'm better. I'm way better than I was. So yeah, none of that. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And yeah, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna just stop now."
No, I like PogChamp.
And Ava, she squints at him, like that classic Keith squint. But she goes, "All right, just remember, that's not your tongue anymore." And he goes, "Mm-hmm,
Oh.
I know."
That's
And she goes back to petting Beans, who looks very happy to be pet.
Well, I guess we turn back to Muse then.
Sindri has not stopped looking at Muse the whole time, and when he engaged in a different conversation, that puppy dog eyes turned into a tiny little bit of a glare.
Oh, Angie.
She has a sword
They've
news.
angered the bird!
It's far from impossible, guys.
He put on his angry eyes.
It's like that fucking
Where's the gift of
Mr.
that
teddy bear
bear?
with the eyebrows slamming his head on the table, just angry now.
There it
Muse
is.
is
I've
just-
got it.
That's it.
Memes won't save you here, Vaughn. Go ahead.
Muse is just gonna let out like a frustrated noise before standing. I need to go outside. I need to think. He's gonna proceed to. Where's the door look?
Where's the door? Where's the door, boy?
Is this the door? I don't know. I can't
No.
look stupid. This is important.
She signaled 2 doors, but we don't know where they go to.
Well, there's one here. Okay, I'm out. Right, this is the right door. I'm committed. This is the door I'm going through now.
He just smashes
gonna
against the wall.
Alara's just gonna slam her head on the desk. Ugh.
Melina just goes, "Men," and just goes back to her bag.
Fucking nerd queen.
Pop off,
Did I
queen.
just go out the wrong door?
Yep.
A pantry?
Okay.
That would be amazing.
Muse, you enter onto what looks to be a walkway between two different buildings. This is where most of the people who walked through exited.
I mean, I would love if he walked into a pantry. That
That'd
would
be
be so
so
fun.
funny.
I need to go outside. There's nothing but bread in here.
Sorry, you said it was a pathway to another building?
Yeah.
Are you going
Well,
that way?
Yeah, Muses is committed. He's not going back through that door. He's going to go to the other building.
Oh boy.
I mean, I got my shovel. I'm digging this hole deeper.
Just
No,
put the,
dig
No.
up, stupid.
just put the
Well,
other
the
foot in
problem-
your mouth.
The problem with that, Muse, is that as you're walking, you, from the other building, exits a girl. She's very young looking.
His worst
She-
enemy.
She's very young looking. She appears to be, you'd probably clock her about 13, 14. Very young, kind of like Tamsin. But,
It's Tamsin. I'm going to get yelled at
no.
by Tamsin.
no.
Get back in there.
It's not Tamsin at all. In fact, it's a tiefling girl.
Oh.
It's a
Oh
very,
no!
it's a young tiefling girl with
He's gonna get horny now.
no,
No.
shush.
Underage. No.
She appears to be half tiefling because her hair is sunset colored, so you're thinking maybe air genasi parentage? But it's hard to tell. But she is carrying what looks to be a stack of papers, and she, oopsie, walks past you, and she stops, and she stares at you. She kind of squints and cocks her head to one side.
You're digging yourself just different graves, huh?
Yeah, I really am, huh?
Reap
You
the
can see-
consequences of your actions, boy.
You can see she has her horns haven't fully developed yet. They're still like short, like baby short and like stubby. They're going to grow into themselves, but you know, they're getting there. And you see she has cloven hooves, and her tail, long and striped, has a little rounded like fluke, almost like a bony like ball on the end, like for smacking things.
He's just gonna kind of just give an awkward little nod greeting, I guess, and then just keep going and just keep his head down.
She kind of stares at you, and then she kind of turns and she follows you.
Oh!
This is what you
Your
get.
actions
This is
have
what you get for ignoring your
consequences.
friend.
And she moves and she quickens her pace until she stops and she's in front of you again.
This is what you get.
And she points at the building. She points at you, and then she holds up her finger and shakes it from side to side in a no action.
He kind of opens and closes his mouth a couple times before swearing under his breath in the one other language he knows and turns around and goes back.
She follows you. Back to the door.
Is
You
this
see
what
she's wearing like a big, like oversized blue knitted sweater and a very long skirt that kind of lifts up because her tail is swishing back and forth as she walks.
I'm sorry,
And-
but is this what it feels like to have a real life fog, not fog wall, but upper wall that stops you from progressing?
Perhaps. But you realize as she's walking, and you can hear it, she's got like some sort of bell attached to her. Like you can
Jingle.
hear it jingling as she walks.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear those sleigh bells jingling.
And you realize that the bell is attached to her tail that is moving back and forth. But you make it back to the door, and she stops and she looks at you, and she points at the door.
Yeah, I'm going.
She squints and
Are you going?
I can't believe Muse
Your
has
ass
had
back
to
in
have
there.
a literal child
Get your
tell
ass
him off.
back in
Did he just
I'm
run
trying to-
through the wall?
I'm trying to throw a tantrum. It's not working. I don't know where the door is. I missed the pings. I zoomed in too far.
I'm sorry, but do we see that?
You see Muse come back in, pursued by child.
He
Exit
laughs.
pursued by Bear.
Clover's just
He
like trying
laughs.
to think to herself that this is a man who has murdered. He's been bested by some kid chasing him around with a bell.
Alara's
Sindri,
just got her head on the table still, just like.
and Sindri is full on glaring at Muse.
Go
Behind
after him,
Muse,
Sindri.
behind Muse, you see a very young tiefling girl with purple skin, striped. Her hair is sunset colored. She has small little horns. She has a very long tail that is ended in a little, like, bulbous, kind of rounded end. And she has cloven hooves, and she has a little bell tied to her tail that jingles when she moves. And she seems to point at Muse and point back to the table.
Is the other door here, Larka?
Oh my god, you little baby.
Okay, can Keith get up and just grab him to drag him back to the table?
Yes, you can.
Yes!
Get him!
Get
Get
him!
his ass!
Come here,
Fuck
bitch
yeah.
boy.
No.
Is it-
Bitch boy.
It is their first like proper interaction because I love
Yeah.
it.
Other than
Yes.
the fucking tortoise to drag his ass back to the table.
I love
I
it.
like to think that this is again Keith defending Alarith.
Oh.
See it as you will.
Yeah. See it as you will. Robin thinks of it as horny.
No, I don't think of it as funny.
No.
I actually think of it as like Keith had his fun and everyone else is annoyed, so he grabs him and drags him back.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
he got his
Keith.
laughs. He's being helpful now.
Muse is resisting. He's
All right,
resisting
strength
arrest.
versus
Strength check.
strength.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
go you little
My
twink.
strength.
Go, you little twink.
Please. No, not +2, -2. Please.
Have you learned anything? Come on, Keith. Come on.
No.
Oh!
No!
Sindri, get
Okay,
him.
Slippery
Okay.
bastard.
okay. So, Keith. Yeah, everyone else is kind of annoyed, so you get up and you go over and you're like, alright, let's gonna drag this tiefling back. The minute you two touch each other,
Oh no.
it's like a spark goes off between you, and Keith, like, you reach for him with your arm and your hand makes contact with his skin, and it feels like you've just been shocked, like the electricity of it just forcing up into your body, and you immediately reel back, like, what the fuck. And
How
Muse,
romantic.
it's like you watched him, he grabbed you, and then he just like sprang back. You didn't even do anything. He just freaked out. And Keith, your arm kind of just hurts.
Well, that sucks.
Like that,
Does he-
it's like an old kind of pain, like an old kind of soreness in your arm.
Does he make any kind of like pain noise?
He can if he so desires.
Yeah, I'm asking Robin.
Mm,
Like, can Clover tell that he's hurt?
I mean,
Can
he
you tell that
certainly
he's hurt?
flinched, and
Okay.
she's been with him for some time, so she probably knows that there was something.
And she won't go there, but she's like inching at the breakfast table, like.
Say
You
something
better not
cold
fucking
on
do
the
that up
back.
again, boy.
You want me to try to reach again? Because I think it would be funny.
Do
I mean,
it.
sure.
Do it.
Someone's gotta be the muscle here. Come on.
Are
I'm
we
not even the
rolling
fighter.
again?
You can certainly try again.
Are you trying to grab me again?
Yes.
By the tail, get him.
What the heck?
I hate
I
it
can-
here.
No, that won't. Oh!
Yes!
What?
So,
Get him.
Keith,
Bitch boy.
Keith, the first time you grabbed him and it shocked you, and there's something that's in the back of your mind that you're like, oh, fuck you. And you grab him again, and you grab him very, very tightly, like your nails dig into his arm. And you have him. Beats in the background. Yeah.
Those dying noises. Let's go back. Hey.
I hate it here.
Hey, I got him.
Like a cat.
Get back here, Twink.
Drops him onto his seat. And flops himself back on his seat. But he doesn't let go.
Oh, you have him.
He won't leave.
Homeboy rolling that 28, letting me go anytime soon.
Hand holding, but different.
I mean, I thought he grabbed him by like the back of his clothes or something.
Oh my god. Grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, like a cat.
Cat.
Shitty little cat escaping his responsibilities.
Beans.
Me?
Clover can
Yeah.
probably tell that he's pissed.
Yeah, that's why I dragged her closer. She's like keeping an eye on him.
Sindri is also pissed, Muse, as you can clearly tell.
Oh god. It's too early to be this pissed. Come on, Muse.
It's only early morning. Please.
Yeah, don't worry, we got the whole rest of the day to be pissed.
Oh well, we got ahead of us.
Oh god, we've got a long day going.
If everyone's glaring at Muse, now what?
So the little girl, she sets the papers down in front of Melina, and she you watch her kind of make a couple of hand signs to Melina, and Melina goes, and Melina, signing back, says, thank you so much, Blessing. You're a doll. And Blessing kind of blushes and signs a few things back. And she curtsies, and she walks away.
Bye, Blessing.
Blessing
just me,
is,
that's-
blessing
that's
is
not cool.
blessed. Muse, on the other hand.
Kurt.
Melted.
But yeah, Blessing, like spelled blessing.
Kind of under his breath and in his own language, he's just gonna. The one time I actually want to talk to you. And then he'll just kind of lean forward, put his head in his hands. Or as
Tragically, I don't
hand.
speak Infernal.
I'm not even gonna look at my sheet to know that I don't.
Somi looks over at you, Muse. And he looks uncomfortable.
Muse, you're turning the
Surprise.
vibes rancid. Come on.
We were supposed to improve the vibes today, man.
I mean, with the murder question, it was kind of inevitable that the vibes would go worse before they got better.
Yeah, true.
But still, come on, man.
Come on.
Spider, go back the other way, please. There's a spider in my room.
Oh,
Oh no.
We're fine.
okay.
Listen, I didn't want to do anything in that alley, but sometimes I don't get a choice what I do, so I just did what I did, so let's just move past that. Yeah, sounds great.
What do you mean?
Roll an insight on that. My insight's shit, but can I try?
I kind of want to
You
too.
can try.
Larka, can I counter?
Everyone is just like, it sounds sus.
Clover like mutters, "No controlling a murder."
What was that, Vod?
Hold on.
You can roll deception if you want to deceive, I guess.
You're gonna lie to your friends. Oh no,
Yeah,
Sindri.
Can I roll deception, Larka?
Yeah,
don't-
you don't
You
have to.
my dude.
It won't be hard to beat those rolls. Nat one.
He has a plus
Yeah, honestly, I
5.
could get a
He's-
1.
He would still beat me.
God damn it.
Fucking charismatic bitches. I hate it here.
I hate it here.
He's using his charisma for evil.
Finally, he's using it, and it's for this.
At least he is using it.
I mean, I guess.
God.
It's just sometimes my patron will just, just kind of take over, and that was the one time he took over, and it was probably the worst
Wait,
time.
wait,
but
wait,
I don't
wait.
have control, so it really wasn't my fault at the end of the day.
You're a patron?
Warlock.
Yeah, you have a patron?
What's a patron?
Patreon.com.
Melina.
Each.
Melina gently puts the stuffed frog back in her purse and goes,
Frogger, no!
Frogger.
and goes, "Ah, I see. You're pack bonded. That would explain some things."
Sindri looks very
see-
confused.
Well, you
He's a
see,
big boy.
for me, I get my magic from studying books and scrolls. She gestures to Alerith. This lovely dear here probably gets it from a bloodline of sorts. And you, she gestures to Muse, get it from your patron, don't you?
Marco, are there any warlocks at the school as well?
No.
Mm.
Gonna sip my tea real quick. Interesting.
Did you actually sip your tea?
No, I sip
I mean-
water. Tea is gross.
Aw.
I do have tea.
Sip it for us.
Sip, sip, sip. The tea's empty, that's the problem.
Oh.
You should have asked me that 5 minutes ago.
Damn it.
But whilst there's no warlock students at school, I'm going to assume we know what Alerith would at least know what a warlock is.
Oh
and where their
no,
magic
no,
comes
Alerith
from.
definitely knows what one is.
Would I?
Yeah.
Sindri, you would have heard of people who make deals with beings for power. So you know what Melina's talking about.
Sindri's giving Muse the sus eyes now.
Squinting his little eyes. Their little eyes.
They are very confused, but also now suspicious.
Hmm.
It was supposed to be a good breakfast.
I mean, you can
Keith
eat.
says.
I mean,
Imagine
he actually
just
does
like,
say-
yep, this bread is made of bread.
No, he actually says that, but only Clover can understand it because of language.
Oh,
Yes.
he's in Lapin.
Yes.
Oh,
Ah, you bastards.
oh, they speaking bunny.
It's because I didn't have funny as a
this
language.
is great cheese, this is great fruit, isn't it so good? Haha.
Although Alerith can't understand them, she'll sort of look up at Clover and Keith and say, I'm so sorry you've been dragged into this now.
Oh no, we just don't want to intrude. Keep going. Don't mind us.
Oh, I just remembered, Laka, you said that that I grabbed his arm, like his arm. Is it breaking
you're
skin? Is it bleeding?
no.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Just making sure.
I
Not
hadn't
that
thought of
you're
that.
not yet.
You're not like harming him. You're just like squeezing.
Okay, that's good. Because I was just like, wait, fuck, I didn't roll in that 20. What exactly happened?
Don't
Yeah.
break his arm.
No, I don't intend to.
Unless he runs away.
I can't, I'm stuck now. Kind of quietly, not under his breath, but just quietly. When you wake up in the middle of the ocean with no memories, you kind of do what you have to do to survive, so.
Clover's ears perked up. No memories?
No, pretty empty in there.
Huh.
And it's obvious, he's very bitter about it.
Then how do you know where you're
Clover
from?
looks at Keith.
Sometimes things spark memories, sometimes they don't. I just know it was hard where I came from.
But
That's what that was, wasn't it? Your little... I don't want to call it an outburst. It seems a little too rude to call it that, but your reaction.
He doesn't say anything, he just stares.
All you can see is your reflection in her lenses.
Immediately looks away.
Clover looks
Yeah.
at Keith like from the corner of her eye, but
And
doesn't
keeps
really say anything.
and keeps grip around Nils' arms kinda lessens. It's not as tight anymore. So if he wanted to, he could potentially rip it away.
Nah, he'll leave it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't read into it.
Well, you're not there anymore. So, I guess the question is, do you want to stay with us?
I have nowhere else to go.
Then can you
And-
do this for us? Please?
What if they kill me for turning myself in?
Is capital punishment a thing here, Larka?
No. Well.
That's
No,
not
except for when it
reassuring.
is.
Laka.
No, except for when it is.
Well, there are executions. This would maybe not. It's hard to say.
Oh man. Now we need
Well,
to get
that's
him a lawyer.
reassuring.
We need to call Bludger Blast.
Need to.
Well, if we don't come forward about it, you're gonna probably have to leave because I'm sure Lyle and Garrick, and then probably myself would have to tell what happened.
I'm
I
gonna
live
say
here,
what
Liz. This
happened
is-
anyway.
This has been my home for over a year now.
Take the fall or don't. I'm taking the fall for what I did. I'd be really sad if you didn't.
You're gonna make birds
Modest
sad, you little
dying.
bitch.
Come on, Muse.
Come on,
the
bitch
exact
boy.
reaction I wanted from that.
Just twisting his heart.
Yep.
And if they may not kill you
Fine.
if we turn ourselves in right away, but I can't promise anything if we keep hiding it.
Fine, I'll do it, but I have a thing I need to do first, later. Not right now.
Earth will take a breath. Okay, if we deliver the pixie dust, do whatever you want to do, and then I guess we go.
Yep, I guess we go.
Melina kind of pipes up. It still needs to be made into potions. I can take half and make some with the things I have here, and I can give the rest to Lord Flowers, and he can make some, and we can convene at the Church of Revmir and work this out together.
Sindri like lights up, and they're like, "Yeah, Regis said he could make some."
I've heard Lord Flowers is quite prestigious at magic.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
Lord Flowers.
he is.
Did that get his attention at all?
Oh, Lord Flowers? Regis kind of looks over, because you've been saying the words Lord Flowers a lot. And he kind of taps Dashing's arm and stands up and goes over and goes, I heard that title being called. What are you guys talking about? The potions, Lord Flowers. We're going to split between you and me. Okay, well, one, I would prefer not being called Lord Flowers. Regis is just fine. Second, sure. Where are we giving these to? Church of Revmir. Oh, fantastic. Cool. Alarith, is that okay with you?
Yep.
Awesome. We could go back to the school, and I can use the equipment there to start making potions. Probably catch up with Lyle, Garrick, and Cathra. Cathra's probably going to kill me. But, Is Kiefer at the school? Did you know? Last time you were there?
Last time he was there.
Huh. Okay. Maybe I can, make it up to him and give him the funds to get another sending scroll. Poor kid. What was that?
No, I was just wondering what happened to his sending scroll. But like,
Oh, Garrick stole it so that he could get a message out to Dash.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to go back and get in trouble again.
No, you're not getting in trouble. This was our mistake, not yours. You were running away.
Brent, what from Regis is has not been in the loop, so he's just running away from what? What happened?
Oh no.
Story, it's fine.
Sindri gives him a slightly unsettling smile, and he's just like, "Don't worry about it."
I'm gonna worry about it because I like Alarith, so why? Is this something that I need to get involved with?
No, it's probably not, to be honest.
Okay, I'm just saying, Alarith, I have access to many people in the powerful section who would be willing to let this slide. Whatever it is. And he looks up at Muse.
Bruh.
Everyone is going
called
for
out
Muse's.
enough today.
Everyone goes for Muse's kneecaps.
That bridge when we get to it. I think we're all ready to go at this point, though.
Dashing kind of walks over. He kind of moves around Regis, and you see him gently, lean over against Somi. So, kind of moves his arms over Somi's shoulders and is just resting his head on top of Somi's head.
Aw.
So, Cleander is going to be giving you the packages that for you to deliver. I can only promise that it won't be too hard of a trip. It's pretty straightforward from place to place.
Don't worry about that. The trips are our thing to worry about. We just get things where they need to be.
If it's okay if I ask where else in Revmore you have to go? I could at least give you directions.
Oh, of course. Thank you. Clover reaches for her little paper.
And Beans reaches for their notes.
Yes, don't call me out. I have a couple envelopes here for Jean-Garrick Drakidon. And this big package for Elvin and Tina Honeycraft.
Elven entertainer.
Alvin and Tana Honeycraft. Oh, I know where those are. Those are... He, thinks in his head. So those are at the north part of the city, by the north gate. We have berry farms and honey farms. Kind of just as a means of, selling stuff to people. But the honeycrafts, they kind of are in charge of all the bee farms. I can I could give you better directions with a map. You'll know when you see them. It's a couple of gnomes. They're nice. They have a couple of kids. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody goes, yeah, they're really nice. I kind of like them. They make good honey. They'll probably give you some since you deliver things for them.
Ah, that sounds nice. They'll go well with your jam, bud. And Clover elbows Keith.
I mean, probably. Most likely, even.
It's really good if you put it on, like, apple slices. It's super awesome.
Yeah, can't wait to get there then.
And, you said Drakidon?
Oh, yes. Jean-Garrick.
Dash and Reed just kind of look at you, Alarith, and they look at each other.
That's Garrick's grandpa, isn't it?
Yep.
I knew it.
You recognize the last name, Alarith. That is Garrick's surname.
She'll turn up to Regis and Dash and go, oh, that's Garrick's grandpa, isn't it?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Just everyone has their minds dead. Dead, son!
Yeah, Mr. screams at the sea and refers to his grandson by his father's name. Yay!
Oh, boy.
Well, considering we were there last night, we should be able to get you there no problem.
Yeah, or I mean, like, you can just give it to Garrick. I'm sure that'd be fine, right?
I guess, yeah. Well, you already know I prefer to do my deliveries personally, but if it's better,
Well,
I guess.
If you prefer to do it personally, I can show you to where the residence is. You're looking for a Dragonborn family.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that makes sense.
It's probably rude of me to ask who it's from, though. Can't imagine.
Well, it's family. I assume.
Huh?
The sender had the same last name. I don't know if I should say it, but they had the same last name.
Huh. I mean, I knew Garrick has siblings, but I didn't... Well, I guess that'll be good, right?
So?
Somi goes, speaking of, can you show me what the little package the nice rabbit lady gave you? Oh, Dash kind of takes it and holds it in front of Somi, and Somi opens it, and Alarith, you're looking at it. It's a necklace. The last package to Dash's mother was a golden necklace. It has 3 gems on it. 2 rubies and 1 diamond. And Somi holds it up to look at it. And he goes, oh, it's pretty. she wouldn't have liked it. Of course she would have liked it. Look at it. It's cute. And she likes jewelry. Well, yeah, of course, but I mean, I don't know, it's a little too flashy. You're just saying that because you don't think that she would think you're special. But look, she made you a diamond. And he points at the white crystal in the center. Whatever. But somebody puts it back in the box and gently, closes it. I think it's cute. I think you should probably keep it. Give it to your father. Yeah, okay. And Bridges just kind of looks at Dash, then kind of leans over and looks at Alarith. So, this is awkward. We are probably going to go back to the school. At least that's the plan, right? Or are we going to help Miss?
Well, I mean, the
This
bee
is
farm's not that far out of the way from where we're going, so we are on the
Right.
north side.
Right, so we could do that. And help, Petalfoot, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
we can
really
help Miss
appreciate the
Petalfoot.
directions.
Yeah, we can help, lead them there, and Dashy can, show them to the honeycrafts, and after that, I guess you go on your way, right?
Well, after the honeycrafts, we'd still need to visit Mr. Drakidan, but yeah, after that, we would be done in Repmore.
Wow. What's your town after Revmore?
We're going all the way to Pleasance. But it'll be fine.
Oh. Pleasance
It'll be
is,
nice.
yeah, it's the happiest town in Yone, of course. And that's what they say.
I haven't been there often, but I've heard it's nice this time of year.
Yeah.
We'll need to be fair with going there, though. Clover's grimaces at her bag.
It's, north of Revmore. It's about, 10 days travel.
Well, that'll give us time. I'll find a way.
Find a way to what?
Oh, well, we had a bit of a, a bit of a situation in the forest, and the package got a bit damaged, but I'm sure we'll find a way to fix it before we get there without committing
Blanca,
mail
can I
fraud.
cast mending even if it's in a box, or would I have to actually see what's in there?
You would probably have to see what's in there to, physically hold it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could cast mending on it, but you'll get into trouble if it's open, won't you?
Probably.
Well, I mean, not to... He kind of looks at Regis and then looks down at Somi. You could open it, cast mending, and then cast mending again so that the packaging looks like it's sealed again. I'm just saying. Dashy, that was naughty. Shush.
I mean, I guess it would be the best. I would rather not deliver a broken package.
Right. I would never, ask you to break your guild oaths.
I guess it is kind of the lesser of two evils. If it wouldn't be much trouble.
Do you know if it's any kind of magical item? Because I don't think I can if it's that.
I can't really tell. I can sense magic, but I don't think so.
I can. Dash kind of moves around Somi and around Regis and Melina and goes, if that would be okay with you, I could see if it is magic.
Oh, yes, please. Clover reaches into her bag and pulls out a long box that looks a little bashed, a little crooked.
Oh.
And hands it to
He
Dash.
holds out his hand and he gently touches either side of the box. And you see his eyes kind of glow a little bit. And after a short bit, he says, well, it's not magical, so that's good. Although, if you ever come back to Riftmore and you need a magic item repaired, there's a shop here that'll do that for you. For a fee, but it'll do that for you.
Oh, thank you. That is really good to know.
But thankfully, I think you're in the clear, as far as that's concerned.
That's a relief.
Hmm.
Last thing I wanted was a curse on top of breaking the oath.
I'm sure. So, should we open it? Or...
Oh, yes. Clover like puts it on the table, but like turns around. I don't want to look at it. Just technicalities.
Oh.
Right. I'll be quick about this. Alarith, are you ready?
Yep.
He opens the box, and inside you see... It looks to be some sort of... How did I describe it? It's an egg. It looks to be like an egg made out of rock.
Oh,
Like some
okay. I
sort
was
of
about to panic.
statue.
Same.
Wait,
It looks like an egg that's made out of rock, like blue-green stone egg.
Can you just give me
And
a little bit? Oh, you keep going, Laka.
Hmm?
You keep going, Laka, if you're still talking.
No. It's cracked in areas, and there's like a piece that's kind of like jiggling around, but Dash carefully picks it up and places it back into where it was supposed to be.
And I guess Alarith will start casting Mending.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were able to go over it very delicately, making sure to get all the cracks. And none of them are that terribly big or terribly deep. So, within a couple of maybe seconds, maybe a minute, you're able to restore this egg into its former glory, and it looks like it's some sort of like either statue. For you, Alarith, it looks like a weird paperweight, but yeah, it's all fixed. And Dash gently puts it back in this box, gently wraps the paper back up, holds the paper ends out to you, Alarith, and I guess you cast Mending again.
Mending 2.0, let's go.
And the package seems to reseal itself, and it's all fixed.
Woo!
And Dash it's very awkward and stunted, but he gently taps your hand in a very soft high five.
Aw.
Aww. Oh, high five back. That's too cute not to.
Yee.
Larka,
Yes.
while everyone's paying attention to this egg being mended, would I be able to sneak away
Oh my
to the
god.
correct door?
I mean,
Roll stealth.
Can I roll perception?
I would already notice it because you didn't take your hand away.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
you're
It
gonna
still has
snitch?
his hand on
You're
it.
gonna snitch?
I will snitch. I will direct you back.
Oh, God damn it. I'm rolling anyway. I'll roll
Roll
disadvantage. I don't
stealth.
care. I'll do it.
Not one.
Well, first of all, roll sleight of hand.
To get free.
Yeah.
Slip a cup into.
Never mind.
Well, you tug, and Keith, you were like, "What are you doing? You're still sitting here."
You ain't
This
going nowhere, Twink.
conversation ain't over yet.
While the mending is happening, Clover is just like fidgeting, like thumping her foot on the ground.
Oh,
Like a
Aw.
rabbit.
Yeah.
thumper.
I love Clover. I am a Clover stan now.
Same.
Keith uses his free arm to kind of pet Clover's head from behind.
No. She doesn't
It's
like.
all done.
Oh, it turns around. Wait, let me turn around. Turns around. Thank you so much. Gosh, it saves me a lot of worries. She puts the package back in her bag.
Of course.
No problem. Least we could do.
Mm-hmm. Alarith, your mending's gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
On the
Kiefer's
same-
been helping me with that one.
Of course he has. He's really good at that spell.
Indeed.
Wait, Kiefer's tutoring? I want to be tutored. Regis, you're... Why would you need to be tutored? I don't know. I like spending time with Kiefer. He's cute and awkward. And he's scared of me, and sometimes that's adorable. He's scared of everyone. Well, not Alarith. No, not Alarith.
Okay, but to be fair, I am small and the last thing you would call scary.
I don't know, Alarith. I think you can be pretty scary. If you really tried. Well, maybe if she's a giant snake.
Yeah, that worked.
Actually, snakes have lower charisma, so they can't be scary.
Actually.
But yeah, I can tell Kiefer's really helping you out.
Well, thank you. Nice to know I'm getting better.
Yeah. I think you're improving a lot since I last saw you.
Well, Aerith will just smile at that.
Yeah. You'll be at my level someday. Wow, Regis. What? That was a compliment.
Yes, but by the time I reach that, wouldn't you be past that?
Yep. You know what? Yep. Probably. But you just gotta, get better faster than me, you know? Then I'll be playing catch up.
Let's get better for it.
Just get better for him.
As you guys are talking and people kind of poke their heads in or move past you. One of the people who moves past you is this Air Genasi guy who just kind of, oopsie, that's the wrong thing, walks in and sees Dashing. Looks like he wants to say something to Dash, but decides to go against it and just walks away.
Bye!
And then a
Many
few,
ex-boyfriends.
No, and then a couple minutes later, you see the same Air Genasi walk through, and he doesn't even look at Dash, and he just kind of goes and walks away.
Bye!
Until eventually, the door opens, and steps Cleander and his assistant, who you learned was named Lu Huang.
He's hot,
The
hot
orc.
assistant.
The hot one.
Yes. Father, you have returned. So- Moo.
I'm joking.
Nothing is very
Don't be-
funny.
Well, stop joking because behind them is your boy.
Yay!
Behind them, it's another Air Genasi.
May!
Oh my god, there's triplets. And Lu Huang kind of.
The dads and the daddy are here to have a chat.
Lu Huang gently leads Cleander across the room, past you guys, past Muse and Keith, and gently helps Cleander into a seat right here. And gently moves to stand here as Cleander gets himself adjusted.
I was like looking at him from the table.
I see you've all taken to eat and drink. It's good to see.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for your hospitality.
Oh, of course, I
It
love
was
seeing
really
visitors.
nice, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm afraid I never caught any of your names, or if I did, this mind is not as what it used to be. Dashing. Yes, sir. Aren't you going to introduce me to our guests? Yes, sir. This is Clover Petalfoot of the Couriers Guild. Their companion, Heath. He gestures to you, Alarith. This is my classmate, Alarith Rithux. That's how you say it, right?
Rethrux, yep.
Good. And, this is Sindri and Muse. No surnames given. I see. It's nice to meet you all. I am Sir Cleander. Former Kingsguard, Slayer of Dragons, blah 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 blah, founder of the Black Knights Guild. And I welcome you into our hall.
Clover like bows her head. Thank you again.
Alarith will bow her head as well.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Now, I've heard a few things, but I would like some
Murder.
clarification.
Oh no.
Alva's just been messaging him the whole time. They're fucking talking about murder.
We have a murder in the house.
Sir,
It
come
seems
back,
to me.
please.
It seems to me that you all had some sort of conflict with the Church of Aeon, or... And Lu Hong says, Aeonism, sir. Aeonism. Of course. You had some sort of conflict with them in the woods?
You could call it a slight disagreement, yes.
And that seems to have escalated into actual combat.
Clover looks away. They were torturing pixies. We couldn't just,
Torturing Pixie. And, Melina stands up and she walks over to Cleander and she reaches into her bag and she pulls out the one jar of pixie dust and sets it in front of him. And then you see she pulls out an almost empty jar, except for the contents within, which are a pair of pixie wings, and sets it in front of him. Quite cruel, if you ask me, sir. And Cleander very gently picks up the bottle with the pixie wings inside. And he looks at it and he squints. And he reaches down and he pulls out a pair of spectacles. And he puts them on and he looks and inspects. Well, if that isn't a way to get the Force to turn on you, as if we didn't have to worry enough. I think some interference was definitely necessary. No, of course. I like to believe that you can talk your way out of situations, but... Not with Sister Emile there, sir.
Yeah, we tried.
Not with Sister Emile.
Not with Sister Emile.
I've only met that woman a few times. Seems like quite the zealot, if you ask me.
She was pretty horrible.
Yeah, she sucks.
And I've heard her rather cruel comments towards the small folk.
Sindri glares
Horrible.
at the air.
Emil's not here, so I gotta clear it something.
Old man yells at Cloud.
Yellow bird glares at Cloud.
Emil seems to have some sort of prejudice, I believe the word is. You wouldn't think in this day and age. But I guess some things never change.
Would Clover have encountered like Ionis like that before? In other places?
Only in Yon. In Farah,
Huh.
you don't have Anism.
You've
You only
lucky
have
sons of bitches.
You only have the temples for Aeon, who is the god of healing and medicine and childbirth and all that jazz.
Yeah, they're cool usually.
Yeah, they're pretty cool usually.
Interesting.
I am sorry that she has caused you any grief.
I mean, it's not your fault.
Oh, I'm not implying that it's my fault at all, but you can feel a sense of empathy for people who have had to deal with her.
Thank you.
Mm.
Hopefully we don't cross paths again. But
I would hope not either. I heard that you're trying to distribute pixie dust now. I would probably recommend Mother Rainey, Revmir's church. She is quite the help.
that's the
Not
current
that-
plan, yes.
Yes. Of course, not that Voon's church is any worse. We, at the Black Knights Guild, we have business dealings with Voon's church, but this town has Revmir's name for a reason. Not Aeon's. Best to restore their voice. Perhaps someday we can restore Hetia's voice as well. Ah, yes. I heard about the, temple that was discovered. Yes. Fortunately, I will have to, investigate that.
Well, if you
Not
need any
today.
help, we were the ones who found it.
Where are you now?
There shouldn't be any more bugs.
Small world.
There shouldn't be any more bugs.
Ah, so then you must be the ones that gave Fur Seeker those documents. And Alarith, you know Fur Seeker is Kiefer's surname.
Yep, that was us.
Yes. A good lad, that kid. I knew him as a child, and now I know him as he is now. A lot different now.
Oh,
Still quite the lover of history.
that's for sure.
He was very insistent of showing me some of the things he found. They bring back a lot of memories. Lu Huang goes, Sir Cleander served in Elton's war. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
At my proudest moment, I was Kingsguard to Elton's father, and then to Elton himself. And after that, well, you see, Kingsguard only don't retire. They are killed or they die of old age. I was let go of the position when the new king took over.
Oh man, Barristan sell me. I love him.
But, I mean, that was fine with me. My reputation wasn't as stellar as it had once been, and I decided I would create this guild. And that has been my goal for the past, how long has it been now, Lu Huang? 500 years, sir. 500 years and 3. 500 years and 3. The gods, I'm old.
That's like so wild to Clover. She's like trying to picture living 500 years in her mind.
Same.
Like,
I know, right? You're thinking about it, it's just like, ugh.
Lived a long life. Seen many things. Fought along with many battles. Many creatures. It's all a blur now again. Not some things I truly enjoy remembering, but with this new temple, it's kind of hard to ignore. But enough about me, of course. I would like to know about you. Where is it that you come from?
Is he talking to us?
Yes.
Well, clearly I'm from Farah. Him though, I don't really know.
Cleander kind of squints at you, Keith. A young elf like yourself. Probably be from
Squints
anywhere.
back.
What town are you from, Miss Clover? I've Buckbird.
Yeah, I had it here in my little thing. Back birther, sir. Thanks for asking.
Oh. Now, see, I've been to other Elefrith settlements, but not that one, I'm afraid. But I know where it is located.
It's
It's a
not much
lovely
to look
setting.
at. It's a little bunny village.
Oh, don't say that. I find them quite charming. When
Kind
I
of small
was,
for someone like of your size to visit, though, wouldn't it?
well, when we would visit Farah on diplomatic missions, I would go through and go sightseeing, I guess you could say, with my squires. We would walk through and visit different places.
It is
Good
quite
times.
lovely.
Yeah.
I am kind of glad to go back after all our other deliveries we have left in Revmore. We'll be heading back to Farah. It'll be nice to visit home.
Oh, of course. Yes, of course. Our packages. And Lu Hong kind of nods and gently walks around you, Muse, and you, Keith, and holds out some items for you and let me get my things.
Oh, like
And as he
chunks.
And as he hands these items to you, Cleander says, the first item is for Tanya Owlfire in Hilditch, and I'll write that down for you. Hilditch is about 2 weeks' travel from where you are currently. It's not a hard journey at all. You follow the main roads and you'll reach there in no time.
All right.
If you speak to Miss Allfire and tell her that I sent you, she'll give you room and board for the night. She's
Thank you,
a
sir.
old friend. You'll recognize her quite easily. It's hard to miss a fire genasi. The second item, and Lu Hong hands it to you, is for a Wallace Brightmouth in New Tremere. That's closer to the mountains. You'll have to travel north for a while, but please don't feel like you have to rush. It's more important that these packages are delivered safely than quickly, if you understand.
Clover like side eyes her back for a moment. Yes, sir. Of course. No problem. Part of our vow in the Couriers Guild is to get everything to its destination in a timely and safely manner.
Of course, of course. Now, Wallace is the mayor of New Tremere, so you'll recognize it, I'm sure. New Tremere has this... what is it? This large clock tower. You can't miss it. It has a red roof. You'll probably be able to see it from walking there.
Very useful. I'm sure asking for the mayor is also easier.
Yeah, of course, of course. And if you can't find Wallace Brightmouth, his son, Dylan, will probably be available.
Clover's like taking notes with a little pen.
And so is Beans. And the final destination for you, it's the same city, but two different recipients. They're part of our sister branch of this guild, two very old friends of mine. What? Dame Astrid Sinrose? And Dame Hysteria. Yes, and Hysteria. Oh, yes, she's married now, so her name would be Highgate. And there'll be at... What is that town called? Oh, goodness. And Lu Hong answers for him. Goat's Crossing, sir. Goat's Crossing.
Goats crossing.
Yes. That's quite cute.
It's cute.
It is cute.
Now,
Yeah.
they're... You'll probably be able to recognize them. Dame Astrid, she wears very bright golden armor. She's always wearing it. I keep telling her to take it off, but nope, she refuses. And Hysteria is a bright yellow tiefling. You'll probably be able to find her.
Gotcha.
It's east of New Tremere. You should be able to find it. The town is located on the riverside with a large bridge.
Good to know. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
We'll get these there as fast as possible.
Of course. And I assure you, you will be paid upon arrival for each of these.
Well, he already paid us here, but all right, thank you.
No. Consider that your tip. These recipients will pay you handsomely for each of these deliveries.
Clover's like 53 gold was a tip.
Man, we really should have gotten into the postal business, guys.
Yeah, right? Damn.
That's all we're learning here.
Career change.
Next one.
Sir Cleander, they say that they'll be going to the Honeycrafts. Oh. Great people. I do recommend that you travel there with some caution. I hear they're having some sort of pest problem over there. I would hate for anything to happen.
Oh. I guess it makes sense if it's a honey farm.
Ah, yes, but they're quite close to the berry farms, and we do have a bear problem here, but nothing too serious.
Clovis kind of sweats a little bit at the mention of bears. Well, not sweats because she's covered in fur, but like she
Well,
does get a bit visibly nervous.
I mean, we've never really had such an aggressive attack. At least not in... Oh, had to be 30 years ago? Is that what it... it's hard to remember. The years kind of blend together.
Well, that's good to know. At least I'm not going alone anyway.
Of course. Now, Maverick, and Maeve kind of steps forward, and he opens his mouth to speak, but then he kind of looks and he sees, like, the three of you. He
There's
goes,
the three chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
Sindri's very much waving.
"Hey, I know these guys."
Hi, Maeve.
He points at you, Sindri. "I traded kills with you."
Yeah!
And Dash looks behind him and like goes, "What? You what? You what? We traded kills."
Yeah.
No? What?
They fought together the night of the Abyss attack, is what they're saying.
And
Oh my
I remember the first episode.
Light of Aeon, why can't you just speak normally? What? That's what we did. We traded kills.
That's
not
normal.
That's not what that term means. That's not what you think it means.
What does it mean?
Not that.
Then what?
Go on, Dash, explain. Don't leave Sindri hanging.
Maverick, if you could take your squire and send him back to the infirmary where he belongs. I don't belong there, but okay. And Maeve immediately goes, "Yeah, I can completely do that. Come on, Dash." And Dash looks over at Elarith and goes, I'll see you at school." And kind of gives you a gentle nod.
Earth will nod back. Thank
If
you again.
Well, I mean, he looks at Somi and Somi goes, "What are friends for?" Yeah, that. If you need me, just ask Kiefer to send me something. You know, don't ask Garrick to do it again. I think Garrick will like cry.
No, no. Hilarious not laughing. But I can't help it, that's funny.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go, Dash. And the entire time they're walking away, you can just hear Maverick going, "You're grounded, you're grounded, you're grounded. I don't know if I can do that, but you're probably grounded. I'm going to tell your dad, and then you'll be really grounded. I'm 27.
Just like, I can't believe I got a grown man grounded.
Brave dude. Eye dashing.
Cleander kind of just sighs and smiles. Squires these days, more rebellious than they used to be. I mean, well, that's a lie. Mine were plenty rebellious. Merwin and Alcides were the worst of them, but yeah. And Keith, you recognize those names from your little episode.
Come on, Keith.
But, like I said, you are welcome to stay here as long as you would like. You can... This place is always open to you and welcome to you.
Thank you so
to
much,
use at
sir.
your discretion.
We probably won't stay that long. If our deliveries here are nearby, we should only maybe take a couple more days, and then we'll be on our way.
Of course. But all I can ask is that, as you're on your way back to Faldra, I ask that if you ever come by Revmore again, please stop by. I'm happy to have guests.
You're too kind. We'll keep it in mind, right, bud?
Yeah. Sir,
Yes.
you mentioned the name. God, how do I pronounce it? I see this? Question mark?
I'll see this.
Yeah. You mentioned that they were your squire. Do you perhaps know where they are currently?
You see his eyes and they get suddenly kind of sad. I'll see this. Well, unfortunately, that squire, he left. He ran away from the kingdom and I didn't see him again. But, he was, always kind of rebellious. Very brave, if not a little moody at times, but brave. His house still stands, though.
Is it possible to reach that house?
Oh, yes, of course. You would have to travel all the way north until you reach King's Bay. And, gosh. The house crest of Alcides, you'll be able to see it by its flag. It is a black butterfly on a blue sea.
Flora's looking at Keith like a bit confused.
Keith didn't even notice Clover.
I did train Alcides. I trained him until he became a knight, and then he became a king's guard alongside me and Sir Merlin, and yep. I have to admit, that's a face I can't really forget. I miss him. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's all right. Sorry for bringing it up. Flora kind of like shoves Keith a little bit.
Of course. So, may I ask why you were searching? Is there a package you have for the House of Alcides? I could point you to its current lord. Robin's inner panic.
My anxiety is just spiking right now. I'm so sorry.
We all been there, dude. It's okay. It's okay. Take a breath.
At the same time, my anxiety is spiking at the same time the chat is making me laugh, so that's kind of...
Let us clowns distract you. Oh, that sounds like my uncle's name. It's fine.
Fuck.
Do you want to take a quick break?
Yes, please.
Yeah? Everyone okay with that?
Take a brief break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to refill my water.
Yeah, I'm
To
good
go
with a
get
break. I'll be a
sleep.
little bit though if I'm taking one.
Sure thing.
Okay, so Keith, you were saying something?
Uh-huh.
Alright, if we have mail. Well, no. It's just a name that I've heard from Pal. Saying I was kind of curious if you know something more about him.
Well, I trained him. You have to understand, the last Sir Alcides I knew a very long time ago. And I trained that boy. I I knighted that boy. I watched him be promoted to King's Guard, to Queen's Guard, and back to King's Guard again, and then he left. He walked out and never saw him again.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright. He kind of like reaches his hand up, and you see at his cloak is a silver bird pin, and he says, "You know, we don't keep track of the squires we do have, but we keep track of the ones we lose. And I've lost 3 in my life. It never really goes away. And Alcides was one of those squires."
I see.
Yeah.
Sorry again, I really didn't mean to pry.
Oh, no, it's alright. And sometimes it helps to tell stories and remember, even if it hurts a little. Or a lot sometimes. It sometimes gives me a headache, but, you know.
A headache, you say?
I was gonna say.
Everyone stop having headaches for 5 minutes.
No.
Muse roll 1d20.
I mean, I'd probably have some more questions, but I'm not sure if that would be alright with you.
Well, I have all the time in the world. And, of course, if you're busy, you can always come back and see me. I'm more than happy to talk. And I can see. He kind of looks at you and looks you up and down, and his eyes fall to your arms, your bandaged arms, and he goes, "You've been through a lot, haven't you, boy?"
I suppose. He kind of scratches the back of his head.
Those bandages look rather old. I suggest you see Melina. She's quite good at patching people up. At least get those changed. And
I mean, that would be a good idea.
I keep telling you, they look really ratty.
It's fine. I didn't have any possibility to change them, okay?
At least it's not over open wounds, but you still, presentation. We have a job to do.
Last time I checked, I wasn't part of your job.
But you are. You're my buddy, You go with me everywhere.
Oh.
well, please keep in mind that you're welcome to come back and see me if you have any questions or want to know anything. I'd like to consider myself a wealth of knowledge, but let's be honest, I'm an old man, and just because one is old doesn't mean that they're that wise.
Don't sell yourself short, sir. We'll spend the night here. We'll probably have time then.
Exactly.
Well, then you're welcome to stay with our guest rooms. We have some, don't we, Ava?
Yes, sir.
We do. And, as long as you're in Revmore, you're encouraged to stay here if you'd like. It's quite safe. Safer than on the road, especially with the Abyss.
Alert things back to the alleyway.
I certainly won't deny you that. Our tents might be nice, but not nicer than a warm bed.
Sometimes all you need is a warm bed and a feather pillow. No offense, Sindri.
Oh, none taken.
Tell me, Sindri, your name, it's giant speak, is it not?
Yeah, it is.
Thought so. Means sparkle in giant.
It does.
Quite a cute name.
Thank you.
A charming name.
Thank you.
And where will you be from?
My house.
I'm from the Black Mountains, I think it's called.
Oh. Well, that would make some sense.
I'm from Tribe Mizar.
Oh. Are you now?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pegged them for the type to adopt an Aarakocra, but I suppose times are changing.
Adopt. What does adopt mean?
Ah, well. It means that you were accepted into someone's family.
Oh, yeah. They're really big, a lot bigger than me, but they are my family. They're my tribe.
Cleander, his eyes kind of just like sparkle while you're talking. He's like very enthralled with what you're saying.
Aww.
They're fun to
I love
climb
this
on,
whole
though.
I can imagine. Now tell me, you live in the Black Mountains. Is that the one with... Gosh, what is that creature's name? Cleon the Worm, sir. Yes. That one.
The worm?
Yep.
I think so. I didn't really go outside much, so I don't really know. I like the caves better. Well, now I'm not in caves, but I did like them.
I see. And now you're adventuring and doing things on your own.
Yeah.
One could say you've left the nest.
I have.
I was ready for Sindri to say, "What's a nest?"
I think Sindri knows that.
He was also
we
never
have-
given a nest as a child.
We have a lot of faith in Sindri, apparently.
With the blessing from my tribe leader, she sent me out. I always knew I wasn't like them. I mean, feathers, you know. And I grew faster than them, my tribe mates too. While they were learning to chip their first stones, I had already carved a necklace for my tribe leader, and I just stopped growing eventually, like the adults do. But I'd never seen a town, or a rabbit person, or a Larith. And Kotho was worried that I'd never get to see the world if I stayed in her caves. So she told me to go. And you don't say no to Kotha, the rock healer. You just don't. So I left. And everything's been a lot more confusing since.
I'm sure. The world is big and it's confusing, but trust me, you'll learn. You'll grow and you'll learn.
Do people ever start making sense?
Yeah, it'll make sense eventually.
Okay,
Although, I'll tell you, I'm almost 1,000 years old, and some things still don't really make sense to me, but don't you worry. I'm sure you'll understand a lot of things soon. And if you don't, you can always ask questions.
I hope so.
If you ask the right people, you'll get a polite answer.
So, not Sister Emile.
Not Sister Emile.
Got it.
Alarith will actually do a little, like, quiet laugh at that.
She is a lot of things. Devout, strong, and very vile,
Mean.
in my opinion.
Very mean.
You see, back in my day, not to sound even older than I am, but back in my day, there were high elves who spoke a lot like her. And for her to be a human and speak like that rubs me the wrong way. So, perhaps not her, but perhaps Mother Rainey of the Revmir's church will be a good source of information for you. And of course, our libraries, and Revmore has a lot of places to learn, don't they, Miss Alara?
Indeed.
Yeah, it's been great already. I got to try, I think it was called a pretzel?
Ah, yes, from Minnie.
Yeah.
Good kid. Little Tabaxi, yes?
Yeah. It was good. It's nice to try new things. By the way, thank you for the tea. It was really interesting to try them all.
Thank you. Well, we have quite the collection. It appears some of my knights have very specific tastes. So we try to get something for everyone. Don't we, Ava?
Zalin is a bit extreme with his tea preferences.
Yes, he is. Well, I hope you'll excuse me, but this old man needs to go and lay down for a bit. Lu Huang.
That's a fat mood.
Yes, sir. And Lu Huang steps past you. And with that, I hope you enjoy your stay here. Please, don't hesitate to come back. And Cleander gently puts a hand on your shoulder, Keith, and goes, if you have any questions, please, I'm always available. And he and Lu Huang exit.
Bye.
Well,
He's nice.
Regis is like, just kind of like standing there. Now what do we do?
Weren't
Well,
we
I'm
gonna?
ready to go, so we can go deliver that mail if you are, Clover.
Yeah, we were gonna meet some bees.
Oh, sure. I'd appreciate the company. You know, especially if there are bears.
Well,
Can't
I
use. I
mean,
guess we can't use giant snakes as an option this time.
probably not.
Darn.
I mean, well, sometimes I wonder if I could make like a polymorph potion, but that's probably really gross.
I don't want to imagine what would be in that.
Trust me, you probably don't want to know what's in a lot of potions. It's not all fruit and bubbly.
Ew.
Right. You ready to head out? I promise not to put you on a horse.
God. She actually lets out a really big sigh of relief.
I know, right? Horses are terrifying.
I mean, the horse was nice. I just don't like being off the ground.
Oh, that also makes sense.
We will stick to the ground this time.
Say that again, Moo?
We will stick to the ground this time.
Yes, we will.
All right. Well, I'm good to go. Are you good, buddy?
He looks at us, bandages and nods.
We'll get this looked at after. We're staying here for the night.
Yeah. The job comes
Alright.
first.
So first stop is Drakadan, yes?
I
If that's
thought we were
possible.
going to the. What was it? The honey.
Oh, the
Honeycraft.
honeycrafts, but that's a long walk. I think, and plus we need to drop some of this stuff off at the school, so we can go there, and then I can take you towards the honeycrafts.
I'm worried whatever route is easier for you guys.
And we needed to go to the church
Right.
too.
Church too. Jeez, that's a lot of places.
And then
Very
whatever
busy
we
day.
got to do as well. Do you know where we need to go for that?
What was that?
And
Say
where
again.
what Muse needs to go do as well? Muse, where do we
Ah.
need to go for that?
All right. He's gonna commit some crimes or whatever.
I suppose starting at that place we came from this morning with the like the mechanical rat thing would be a good place to start.
Mr.
What?
Mrs.?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that guy Lyle and Garrett go to?
Yep.
You're sure he doesn't know.
I could, yeah. Well, okay, let me think. Okay, so Garrick's place, school, Ms. Church. Gosh, that's a lot to do in one day. Unless we split it up. Well, we can get something off your list. We can go see Garrick and his grandfather. Although I suppose the closest thing would be Mr. Miz. But, I'm going to be completely honest. That guy creeps me out. So, I probably will not be going in there with you. Plus, I don't even think you really can get in. I'm a bit too tall.
Yeah, we
Lyle.
kind of
Fine going.
teleported it and
Yeah,
Muse-
Lyle made this weird joke that I would clip through the ceiling and be beheaded. You thought it was really funny. I didn't really think that was that funny. And, I mean, Regmir's church is close as well. We can go there first if you would prefer.
Might be a good idea to get some.
Well, you
Of the
said you
load
have to
off.
make the potions first.
Yeah. Okay, so Garrick's place, then the school, then the church, then Ms., and then Honeycraft. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay.
And then
Somi.
prison.
Somi stands up. The Tower of Grapes is now at least like a foot off the ground. The poor grape bowl in front is being completely stripped bare. He stands up and he goes, "Well, I'm not really part of this group, so I'm just kind of listening. I can probably send a word to Mother Rainey that you're coming, or at least, within like a day or two, if that helps you. So she'll be expecting you."
If you could, I guess that would be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, they could start getting ready on making potions and things and whatever.
Right, so you can start getting things ready and don't feel too obligated to go and see her right away. Plus, I have nothing really better to do anyway. Well, except for, tending to Dash, but he can wait for a bit. And then I'll come back. And then apologize, and then I'm talking too much. Okay. I'll see you around. Somi again. Somafiron, but Somi for short. Yeah, goodbye.
Nice meeting
And
you.
he walks away.
Bye.
Walks away.
There's the door.
Just keep an eye out where you need to go.
And Melina goes, "Well, if you're gonna head out, then probably best to start walking now."
Then let's go.
Clover
You
jumps
guys-
off the table and stretches a little bit.
And you all rise
Fade to black.
and fade to black. And that's where we're gonna cut it.
Woo!
Rather short, I know, but I didn't really have that too much planned. I'm sorry.
All
No,
good.
that's fine.
All good.
We got a lot for you to process.
Lots of lore.
Lots of angst.
Woo!
Finally!
Gentry
Murder
finally got to talk about themselves. Moo,
About
aren't
the
you
murder.
proud of me?
Yes.
Finally got to talk about the murder.
Also that. Oh my god.
We got some hilarious Muse content.
Don't say
That's all we can
hilarious
ever
to
hope
Muse
for.
right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't care.
And you got a nice old man to ally yourself with.
Yeah, he's nice. I love him. I think he's so neat. And he gave me so much money.
That's important.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
okay, Muse.
Oh, I got a lot of money. He just sits there and got knowledge, quotation marks.
It's fine. It's their money. The people's money.
People's money.
Bobby's party now.
Are you
Redistribute.
gonna be okay, Muse?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I'm upset because I got really flustered and handled that absolutely awfully, but
I mean,
Alright.